Hey guys, and welcome back to another improv class video. And this week, I actually did not want to go to class. I went to a drop-in the night before, and it ended up, there was an event right after, and so I went to that. And there were free beer coupons, and I was like, I can't waste that. Big mistake. I had a lot of fun. I played like Family Feud on stage and in a bar, and I did a scene work, which was kind of I was pimped out to rap. I'm not good at rapping, but it wasn't bad actually. But the morning of the class, I kept waking up and going to sleep. I felt awful, and I was like, I don't want to go. But I didn't want to miss class because our teacher's just really good at teaching, and I was like, I want to know what he's going to teach us. So I went, and I surprised myself. I actually wasn't too bad, even though I was really tired. And yeah, anyways, so I was creative. I came up with good ideas. I had some issues here and there, but it turned out okay, and I was relieved that I can go to class feeling awful and it still turned out to be okay. But anyways, let's get to this week's topic, which is the who what plus the who where. So with the who what plus who where, one person would come up with like a who, like the person's name and a problem, and the other person would come up with the person's occupation or their relationship and the environment. And that's just to help with like flexibility and incorporating the other person's ideas into a scene and to make it work. Because we don't always have the whole who, what, and where at the beginning. So it helped with that. So with the games, we did one game where we had two lines, and it was like a couple of lines of dialogue where one person came up with the who, what, and the other person came with the who, where. And then we did the same thing, but then we had two groups. One group came up with the who, what, and who, where, and the other group had to carry along the scene based off of that. There was also a game that was similar to last week's game with the who, what, and where, except the person who came up with the who, what, and where didn't have their back turned. They just came out with it. There's also the ABC game, where each line of dialogue had to be the next letter of the alphabet, or if you went in reverse, it had to be the one before. I got stuck in this one, because I got stuck with the whole going, in reverse, and I never learned my ABCs in reverse, so there was a lot of pausing, actually, from all of us. I think I felt more comfortable because it wasn't just me, but it was a lot of fun. There was a monologue game where we had to go up and, come up with a monologue about a superhero and how he died and our relationship about him. And somewhere in there we had to pick out a piece of paper and read a sentence, which, we wrote out sentences beforehand, just random sentences, and just put them in a hat. And a lot of the stuff didn't make sense, but it was hilarious because it didn't make sense. And we also played a game where we had to do scenes where we'd pick out these pieces of paper again. We get other people to read our pieces of paper. It'd be something like, yeah, that rule that you had, just for training. What was that again? And then you'd give the piece of paper to the other person, and then they'd say something completely ridiculous because that's how it usually was. Anyways, so now it's time for notes. Number 1, think about a physicality you can add to the scene. Doing that adds another layer to the scene. It makes it more enjoyable. And it can help to take you out of your head, but you don't have to talk about the physicality. It can just be like a background sort of thing. Number 2, be conscious of your posture, because that can be an offer in itself. Putting your hands in your pockets, for instance, that could mean that you're really uncomfortable, and your scene partner can pick that up and can, add that to the scene, or it can change your character. 3, if you're gonna ask a question, stop yourself and think of how you can turn it into a statement. And 4, do your best to keep one problem throughout the scene, where the solution ends the scene. If you can't, then, you know, you can find a problem that relates to the first problem, or you can find a problem that's deeper. So if you're arguing about Christmas trees, it can like go deeper into like a relationship kind of problem. So anyways, that's it. That's my video. If you liked it, give me a thumbs up, comment below, and subscribe if you'd like to see more videos. Alright, until next time, bye! If you haven't already seen any of the previous videos of Level D, click on the following links below and watch them now.